I think these are probably the most exciting times we've seen in Cutler Bay since its inception. So you think about where we started way back in 2005, and many people had a vision of what they wanted to create for Cutler Bay. Here we are, 17 years later. We've made more progress for realizing that vision in the entire history of our town.
As an original member of the Parks and Recreational Advisory Committee, we had a lot of visions for Cutler Bay back in those days. New parks, new pool, community center. But what was missing was just the opportunity to tie everything together.
And I don't think there's a better example than Legacy Park. We had over 25 public involvement meetings, received over 900 comments separately. This entire project has been constructed or planned with the participation of all the residents of Cutler Bay.
And now we're going to have the space to build a brand new pool. We're going to have the space to build a brand new community center. And the best part of this is, of the 16.5 acres, 12 acres of this property is going to remain a passive park, which is going to allow us to expand our opportunity with our events, right? We've outgrown our events today. When we first started our Halloween event, we had 2,000 people. Today it's grown to a 2-day event, and we've outgrown Cutler Ridge Park. Now we have the Legacy Park, where it's going to allow us to expand our events, add even more events. We're talking about farmers markets. We're talking about an amphitheater where we can have our own concerts, right? Where we can bring in local schools to perform for us, local artists to perform for us right here in our very own community. And this really was a vision that was born years ago, but a vision that's really going to benefit the residents for many, many, many years to come.
There's two big things that have really happened in Cutler Bay this year. And one of the big ones is the Southland Mall acquisition. They're going to invest over $1.5 billion into redeveloping the Southland Mall. It's going to have an additional 4,825 new units, 102,000 square feet of new commercial space, 150-key hotel, a 6-story medical building with 60,000 square feet. So imagine not having to go to Kendall for your MRI anymore, things like that. But obviously it feeds right into the bus rapid transit, which is right there. And we're working right now with the county to see if we can go ahead and secure a pedestrian bridge to make sure there's safe passage from the BRT over to the development area. As many of us already know, you see the beautiful new Publix. We had the ribbon cutting ceremony there. They have the 2 out parcel buildings are built. There's some stores that are already moving in there, like AT&T and Pilates and the nail place. We're pushing really, really hard for more restaurants to come. The phase 2 part of that, which is going to be built, is specifically geared towards banks of restaurants to go in there. So we're working hard recruiting restaurants to see what we can get to come in there as soon as possible.
When I was first elected to the Cutler Bay Town Council in 2018, the very first thing that we did, Mayor Meerbach called a visioning session, and we all came together, we sat down, and we discussed ideas that we wanted to try to accomplish within the next 4 years. And one of the very first things that I had kind of set forth to do was to fix Franjo Road. I've lived on Franjo Road for the past 10 plus years now. I've been in Cutler Bay my entire life, and now I can finally announce to you we're at the finish line. We are going to be selecting a contractor January, February of 2024. We're looking at having construction start in May of 2024. It'll take about 24 months in total, but when it's all said and done, it's going to be beautiful. And it's going to be another project that we're going to try to hopefully win another one of these Complete Streets awards for. And another exciting project in the pipeline is Marlin Road. We're working on completely redoing Marlin Road the same way that we've redone Franjo Road, Old Cutler Road, Caribbean Boulevard. This is within our Complete Streets master plan. We're going to be extremely busy here in Cutler Bay when it comes to redoing these road projects. Another one that we have in the pipeline that if you live on 82nd Avenue now, you're going to start seeing some action pretty soon. 82nd Avenue from 184th Street to Old Cutler, we're going to completely redo that as well with new sidewalks, new drainage, a traffic circle at 188th Street. It's going to be completely redone. It's going to completely improve your lives, improve your commutes, and make that street much better for you.
One of the most important jobs of government is to take care of its people, and we've done that. We've all dealt with flooding and those kind of things in the past. And we received over about $21 million from the ARPA funds from the federal government. We've invested $11 million of that in water and road improvements. We're doing everything we can to make sure that we have as much drainage as possible to keep all of our citizens' property safe.
And a lot of our students and parents walk to school. So what we've really tried to do and really tried to highlight is completing projects to make that walk and that commute a lot safer. We've already completed, as a town, pedestrian safety walking zones for Whispering Pines Elementary, Gulfstream Elementary, Cutler Ridge Elementary, Cutler Bay Middle, and Cutler Bay Senior High School to just make those walks, make those commutes safer, better for our students, for our parents, and for our community.
We've used some of that ARPA money to build over $1 million worth of sidewalks in the area to make it accessible for all of our residents.
We have a circulator bus program that our town manager put into action. What was so successful that we've actually had to add a second circulator bus, which is going into phase 1. Metro Connect. Metro Connect has been so successful, especially here in Cutler Bay, that our residents use 60% of the Metro Connect program, 60% of the entire county, okay? Of the whole county, we use 60%. Extremely successful, and that's something too that I think that countywide probably should take a look at and use this as the model, and they'll see that what works, and this works.
Cutler Bay is well known for having programs for all ages. We love our children and we take very good care of them. We have a summer camp. We have, that I'm actually a product of, a summer camp at Cutler Ridge Park I grew up going to. We have a after-school program that's recognized. We also have a STEM camp in the summer that is free. Another unique program that Cutler Bay offers is interns for 11th graders out of Cutler Bay Senior High. These interns come and they work out of town hall, they shadow our town manager, they learn what it is to be in local government and how local government works. Cutler Bay also has a variety of activities to keep our school-age children busy. We have flag football, we have the Albion Soccer Club, we have the Perrine Baseball and Softball Association, of which both my sons grew up playing baseball at Franjo Park. We have swim teams and water polo, the Miami Riptides. There's also park workout stations with tutorials offered by Coach Jay. We have an active adults program that I'm very proud of. They have 30 to 40 events a month. A lot of that is funded by the Alliance for Aging and the Department of Elderly Affairs. We have birthday parties every month. We take them on field trips to Marlins Park and the Berry Farms. They have developed a very tight friendship among the people who attend these events, and I attend as many as I can because it uplifts me to see us doing so many good things for our aging community.
You know, one of the key elements for a government is to make sure that you manage the growth. And sometimes that means taking some drastic steps. So this year, Cutler Bay became the largest landowner on Old Cutler Road in this area. We acquired 8.5 acres on Old Cutler on 184th Street. Of course, we know the Legacy Park area that we picked up was 16 acres. And then most recently, we also acquired another 3.5 acres right there on Old Cutler and 87th Avenue. So all in all, we've taken in over 28 acres. And more importantly, we've stopped an additional 618 more houses being built in Cutler Bay, or units being built in Cutler Bay, and I think that's important. Managing the growth, preserving the green space, making sure that our city is a livable city for the future.
We are special in the fact that the council, or even the town, the council itself, actually requests new developments to set aside affordable housing for teachers, veterans, first responders. You know, we ask them to set aside a certain amount that's affordable. I ran out of Station 34 here for several years. Most of the firefighters that work in that station actually live in this town or relatively close to this town. So you see your constituents, you see your patients, you see other firefighters at Publix, at the movies, whatever store, at the mall, whatever it may be. You see them. So I think we have that connection, which is a lot different than other parts of the county.
And I keep going back to that vision that started back in 2005, where we decided to become a city, where we had a type of community that we wanted to preserve for our families. And working hard together. The council's performing all the way through this one, have worked hard to make that. Finally, our vision is becoming a reality. Finally, Cutler Bay as a city is being recognized as a city on the rise.